I think it's so important to have strong women in community because they've helped us achieve what we've achieved today.
It's the Aboriginal way, like for generations. It's been where our women, you know, they're the holders of the family. You know, they nurture, they protect us, they care for us.
I think it's really important because you can have that support network there that you can always go to, and you know you have people to look up to.
They set examples, they're so giving and they take on a lot, and they're so resilient. And I guess without them we wouldn't be doing what we do.
They're able to let you be you, keep your identity really, really strong and just be proud of who we are, really.
I chose Mum as my inspiring woman because she is the strongest and bravest woman I know in the world. She has had so much adversities in her life and she's always chosen the positive paths and the strong way to go. From being removed from her family at a very young age and being placed into a beautiful foster family, but then being forcibly removed from them as well. And put into a children's home and feeling unloved and unwanted at the age of maturity, of puberty, like everything's changing. It's changing inside her, and she came out this wonderful, beautiful, strong, devoted mother, auntie, wife.
Mietta, particularly in the dancing, from the first time I watched her dance, she had this spiritual connection where she really connected with dance, and you couldn't help but look at Mietta when she was dancing. It was such a strong spirit she had within her. She gives her heart and soul. She is always there and available, and she takes on a massive leadership with the Deadly Dances group too, with teaching the little kids as well their first little dance steps, and also taking the leadership to traditionally paint them up with their markings and pass on those stories that I've passed down to Mietta.
My mum passed away 5 years ago yesterday, and Riverlea was only 3 at the time, and it completely blows me away about how much she's like Mum. The most impactful thing that happened at Mum's funeral was the moment when, when I was really crying. As a 3-year-old girl, she went up to some people and asked them for tissues, and she came back and she wiped my tears. So I've got severe anxiety and depression, and at a time in my life I wasn't able to work and I was having weekly therapy, so Ruby was able to be there for me through the whole journey, and I was able to always lean on Ruby and just trust her with everything that was going on in my life and that's still going on.
I like to do a little bit of research on family, and I actually come across this. It's actually a letter from Aboriginal women who wrote to the Aboriginal Protected Board. They were on missions and they actually wrote letters. Now, in actual fact, my great-grandmother, Bessie Rawlings, actually had written letters asking for things, you know, little things like help for their children, food, clothing, shoes, and she stood up to them. If they wrote something and she didn't like what they said, she wrote back to them. She's very strong. There's quite a few letters in here that she wrote. And on one occasion, they were threatening that they were going to remove the family. They were going to remove them from Framingham and take them somewhere completely a different place. And that happened to our communities. They were moved from their lands and taken to a different land and put up in other missions. But she stood up on a couple of occasions. Her family, they refused to leave.
I think as a woman, our gift to the world, well, certainly for me, my gift to my family is the love that I'm able to birth, and to have that love given back to me is overwhelmingly amazing. She was just my backbone. I wouldn't have been able to get through it without her.
If we want to
ever give up on something, she'll give us strategies to keep on moving towards our goal. She's been there, she's supported me.
Reading those stories was quite emotional, mixed emotions, but it gave me more strength as a woman, knowing that's why I'm strong, because of the stories of these women.
I think a strong woman comes from within. It comes from, it comes from just not letting tough times get you down. Or if it does get you down, not unpacking your bags and living there and getting back up to find another day.
If we look at the role that Aboriginal women play, way back when we were still living in our communities, over 40,000 years, we were leaders, nurturers, educators.
I think it's important that as women we continue that journey, that we continue to be there for our families, our children, our communities, our young ones.
Be a strong family and support one another is something that shows that you're a strong person, because everything you've gone through, your family will always make you a strong person.